What's up guys, Mr. Wednesday here, back at it with a new video. Finally, haven't been uploading for at least like a week. Had some real life things that happened that I had to take care of, so I just wasn't in the mood for raid in general. So first of all, I want to say my Discord is open to you no matter what you want to discuss. If it's this game, great. If it's your physical and mental health, I'm here for you as well, because I first-handedly know how difficult life can get, and if there's anything you would feel, how should I say, better discussing with perhaps somebody who you don't know, who could give you an objective opinion on anything that happened to you, I'll be here for you, because hey, if I can help you mentally, I would be even happier than if I can help you with the game. Without further ado, we're on Kizzle's account, as you can see. Now, if you do not know who Kizzle is, he is one of the OG content creators of this game. So if you do not know him, you perhaps have not been playing the game for long enough. Now, Kizzle is a terrific guy and an awesome dude. So he was struggling just a tiny bit, and we discussed a possibility of making a reviving a whale account series, and this is the first part. Now, I'm not sure how fast he'll be getting silverback, etc. So we'll be basically doing everything and anything we can to improve his account. So first on the list is definitely Arena. I'm gonna show you a couple of battles here really quickly, and then I'll show you the builds as well. Now, please don't run away right now. Yes, we do have legendaries here, and yes, some of them are not basically free to play, so to say, but I will explain for each and every one of them who you can substitute in. Perhaps if you do not have somebody, let's say like a Duchess, but maybe I'm actually not sure if he has her on his account. Maybe you have somebody like a Rector Dread. I'm not gonna waste time by searching for her. I think he has her, not sure. So if you have somebody like a Rector, she's amazing. Now, otherwise, maybe you don't have a Valkyrie. Perhaps you have somebody like a Sylar. Now, again, they are not the same champion, they do not have the same passives, etc., but they do similar stuff. Because the thing we're gonna be using Valkyrie here for is actually this decreased turn meter. Now, as I said, the passive just isn't the same on somebody like a Sylar, but again, Sylar can, on the other hand, plays decreased speed. Let me just show you really quickly. So decreased speed plus the turn meter decrease. She also has this nice aura for faction wars, also decreased accuracy, which is also nice for Arena. So kind of like a great choice as well. Perhaps you don't have a Tormin. Again, he does not have the same passive, but again, you can bring in somebody who's going to be doing the CC for you, crowd control, who perhaps isn't Tormin. So maybe somebody like Mashallah, if you have him. Now he's a legendary as well, so I know not a lot of people will have him, so that's fine as well. You can find somebody else who has a provoke or a stun maybe, like Astrolon. Astrolon was a fusion champion, so that's somebody a lot of people should be having. But if you have been playing for long enough, you should also have Tormin, because he was a fusion, so even though he's a void legendary, I do want to say that. Now, on the other hand, perhaps you don't have some of these nukers, like none of them are like truly needed. We're not speaking Platinum Arena here, and you need like the craziest of crazy nukers to actually be able to one-shot people. It's fine if you use somebody like a Magnar, maybe even somebody like a Marquez, who's a rare champion. Even Kale can do work for you, and he's a starter champion. You can use him as a nuker. So no, you do not need Aitos, you do not need Foley, you do not need these two champions for a blender. As you can see, we actually have Farakin the Fat. Maybe you have Kreela, who was also a fusion, who you could use in your blender team. Now, Arbiter is somebody who's not going to be interchangeable here, but again, a lot of people should get her, because she's kind of free to play, right? So as the time progresses, you will get her. Now, otherwise, if you do not have Ceres, perhaps you have this champion. Let me just find her really quickly. She is one of my favorite champions in the game right now, especially because she's also an epic. I'll be doing a showcase on her, and a lot of people will be getting her from the normal Doom Tower. She's amazing, basically like a smaller Madame, but she also has these block buffs, which is truly great for arena, and then also this revive here that is really nice. So overall, terrific champion. If you maybe do not have a Madame, as I said, you can substitute her in. You can bring in some other buff stripper champion and then just get another decreased defense champion. Again, you'll see in the fights like Kaimar here. Let me just load up. So Kaimar here, great aura. You can bring somebody in for somebody in instead of him for aura. He's gonna be here just to sleep people, perhaps. How is it word, like refresh, I believe, reset our skills if needed. But again, you can use somebody else for crowd control just to let you go first with your other champions who are kind of slow in this comp. You do not need a Lysandra. You can use a different turn meter field champion. Perhaps you have somebody like what's his name, Apothecary here, or maybe some others. If you're struggling to find teams that could work with your champions, I just highly advise coming to my Discord. DM me, send me over your screenshots of your teams, and we'll work something out. Now over here, let's just start a couple of fights so I can show you the reasons why these teams work. So, the Valkyrie would be terrific against Stiffy here, but the problem is we do not have a buff stripper, which is definitely going to be hurting us, so I'm gonna actually go with this team. Now here we'll have some buffs, so I'll go with Ormin and then just our blender team as the last one. Now I'm pretty sure you already know how the mechanics of basically a lot of these champions work, so I'm not gonna bore you with that. I just want to show you off a couple of fights. If anything interesting happens, I do want you to see it. Now as you can see, we got the freeze here on the Seeker, which is awesome. Now if we can just, great, thank you. So over here I do want to target, who do I want to target? I'm gonna go for her. Actually we kill nobody, interesting. So let's just provoke people. I'm gonna turn meter decrease here. She also has evil eye. I'll show you the masteries and the end. So I'm still gonna go for her. She's actually not gonna get revived. It's honestly just a full auto team. I tried making the as friendly as possible teams for Kizzle to use, because I know he's a very busy dude, so I do not want him to have to like sit around, click manually everything. But if you do have to manual sometimes, it's just not a problematic thing. Some things do need to be manualed, and that's fine. If you want to progress, you'll, especially at later stages, very soon realize how much auto is going to be your friend and not the enemy. And then finally, blender mechanics, you know them, so I'll just like cut them out from every next battle. I do want to see and actually find if there's any like interesting teams, but honestly we're in bronze 4. As I said, he hasn't been playing for a very long time, so finding a difficult team is going to be difficult, definitely. So yeah, like I just do not see us losing here, so not a lot of buffs. Okay, so let's go like this. I hope all of you have been doing well, given that the Christmas and New Year's Eve is coming soon. Also given that all the holidays are starting very soon. I hope y'all been enjoying them and that you have been having fun. Perhaps like finishing off with work or school or whatever you have. That Suga was actually pretty tanky. She's a terrific go second team champion, so that team not ideal for defense, not gonna lie. And then actually I really need to fix Valkyrie's presets. I forgot to do it 2 now. Okay, so I do want to jump in here. As you can see, we lost Folly. That's probably gonna be a loss. We procced Mortus, the secret skill Peril, and that really hurt us, not gonna lie. That just goes to show, you can lose a battle. It's fine. I do not plan on like leaving this out of the video. I'm just not the type of person to like, how should I say it? Just try and like portray myself in the best light possible. Everybody can lose. It's fine. I want you to see that because perhaps you lose as well. I do not want you to get discouraged. It will happen. It was RNG at that point because we had like a 50-50. I know it says like 20%, I believe, in Mortu to unlock the peril, but let's not lie to ourselves. It's 50-50. He's just gonna unlock it every time you go against him. Now, when you use him, it does not happen that often. But when you go against him in Doom Tower, in campaign, wherever, he will unlock it. I promise you that. Okay, so I'm just gonna go with this like the last battle of the video, and then I'm just gonna jump into the champion gear. So funnily enough, we do not one-shot them here. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, that's a tanky Duchess. That's a tanky Duchess. I do not like it. Okay, so let's really quickly. Did they proc what's it called? The reaction, perhaps. I did not see it, honestly. Are we fast enough to go one more time before they go? Nah, she's gonna revive. That's fine. Let's take her down, and now let's smack others. Now she's gonna revive. Okay, so I just wanted to jump in here and show the builds really quickly. So 330 speed on Arbiter, you all know how to build your Arbiters for Arena at this point. As for the Masteries, she's actually not fully done. I do want to really recommend the support tree. Apart from Evil Eye, it just kind of made sense to take perhaps Cycle of Magic instead. It's all your choice, depending on how much accuracy you can get into her. Yeah, we have like 142, not ideal, not like a crazy amount, but still. And then we actually have Frakin. You just need to speed tune him. He does not have to be booked, which is the benefit, as you can see. You also do not need full masteries. I just wanted to get to a lot of steel, so we can actually get some more speed from the sets. As you can see, no ring, no necklace. We needed just 272 speed, so 273 works perfectly. If you do not know how to speed tune your teams, go find PvP Masterclass series on my channel. You'll find it there. And then we have Skull Crown plus Inertia. So 70 crit rate is gonna be enough because of Frakin, and then just as much attack and crit damage as possible. Speed can be whatever, we do not care about it. Same go for Skull Crown. So again, 70% crit rate, as much crit damage and attack as possible. Speed does not matter. As for the Masteries, these are going to be the same for both Sinesha and Skull Crown. Now for our second team, we had Tormin, who is gonna end in Fearsome Presence here, so he has a higher chance of placing Stun and Provoke, which he does have because of the stun set I have on him. Now we'll do some more testings and we'll see what happens, if perhaps we need to add an accuracy chest piece here. Also maybe defense instead of crit rate here. We'll see what happens. Again, he has a lot of 5-star artifacts because, as I said, he hasn't been playing for a really long time. So I assume he'll also be getting better gear, and we'll be upgrading the teams as the time goes on. Now with him, we had Foley. He's actually not fully maxed out at all. Both of these need to be plus 16. Same goes for the weapon. I just landed at 5k silver at the end, had no more silver. And here we do need to upgrade. Perhaps we get like more crit damage. Same goes for here. Now he does have 100% crit rate, 259 crit damage, some speed. He'll be gaining at least like 500 more attack when everything is fully upgraded and glyphed. As for the masteries, just your typical Helm Smasher route. We do need to finish these out, and we'll be taking the 2 counterattack masteries over here. Then we have a Valkyrie who's over here. We ended an Evil Eye, accuracy tree, basically with Evil Eye, Eagle Eye, that's what I meant as for tier 6. I believe she is booked, yes she is, but you do not need to book her if you're going to use her just for the arena. You can leave her unbooked, she's going to do the same work anyway. So 565 accuracy, as low crit rate as possible. If you have been following the channel for a longer time, you know why I said this. If you haven't and you do not know why I said this, again, PvP Masterclass series, I think part 3, the defensive masteries, you'll learn why I said it, and then some speed. It does not have to be this high. I'll actually see if we actually substitute the speed boots here for defense percent ones in the future. And we have Duchess. Now, the problem, I'm sorry about it, the problem with his gear, and actually the plan wasn't to actually get her in the Frost set. The fact is, he just has a really terrific Frost set over here, so I just kinda had to. It just made the most sense. Now the thing is, I really wanted to make her high resistance, but actually the highest resistance possible on his account with some sort of good gear would be like 430, which is also known as not that great for at least like where we want to get him in Tag Team Arena. I'm not saying it's not great overall, I'm just saying I truly want that to be higher. So he'll be definitely getting more gear, and we'll upgrade that as we go along. So I just went for as much HP as possible, so she's tanky enough. And then also Frost set, kinda nice to actually freeze people if possible. Now for the masteries, we actually landed here in Timely Intervention, given that the Unshakable would be doing nothing for us basically. So she still has some resistance. As I said, I'm not saying 430 is bad. For like starting out it's great, but getting like 450 accuracy, which would be enough to make your resistance basically unimportant, is very easy. So I just wouldn't go about that route. You can obviously test it to see if that works for you. Perhaps if you're like in lower tiers and you're just starting to progress out, 430 is amazing amount of resistance, but otherwise just not my cup of tea. I showed Folly, and then we have the last team, which consists of Prince Kymar. Again, as fast as possible, high accuracy, not insanely high, but given that he's like our 4th accuracy speed champion, it's kinda nice. As low crit rate as possible, again, PvP Masterclass if you're not sure why I'm saying that. Then we have Lysandra, who is running at 280 speed, 432 accuracy, which is plenty for what we have planned. The masteries are the same for both Kymar and Lysandra here. Basically, you can copy this tree. If you perhaps want to mix it up, you can always try something else. I'm not saying it's the best possible tree, I'm just saying it works perfectly for my account and for like 100 other accounts I have worked on. Then as a nuker here we have Itos, Helm Smasher, so basically the same type of nuker masteries I have shown for everybody else. And then we have 100% crit rate, 272 crit damage, 4k attack. Not crazy, not crazy. Definitely room for improvement given how many broken set pieces we have here. So that's something to improve in the future. Then we have Ceres as our last champion. Again, very well known, almost 550 accuracy. Also 220 speed, which is plenty. She just needs to go before Itos, given that we do have crowd control through turn meter in Lysandra, and then also sleeps from Kymar, so she'll get a turn. As you could have seen from the video, worked perfectly. Now she should be booked, definitely. I highly advise booking her. As for Lysandra, again, you do not need to book her. As you can see, only A3 is booked here. Same goes for Kymar. You do not really need to book him if you're like struggling with books. I would highly advise booking Foley for this additional damage. You do not need to book the cooldown, again, if you do not have enough books. As you can see, he's very much unbooked here. And then same goes for Itos. If you can, I would book the first 3 for additional damage here and here. Otherwise, if you have enough books, sure, go for it. If not, it's fine. Now, as you can actually see, Tormin here is booked. You do not need to book him fully. I highly advise booking his passive. Also this for higher chance of placing block buffs, provoke, etc. And then here you do not need any books, honestly. If you were lucky enough to book A3 and passive, you can stop right there. So, I'm not gonna prolong the video any further. We'll be hopping on Kisel's account again sometime soon, and we'll be progressing further overall. Until the next video, I just want to say I love you all, and thank you for all the support. See you next time. Mr. Wednesday, signing out.